coming.
それでほぼ全員ですね。
All set.
All set?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect timing. So I would like to call the meeting to order. Just means get started. And first of all, welcome to everyone from HIFA. Thank you so much for joining us. This is really fun for us and it is an honor. Thank you for attending. Okay, Maju.
皆さん来てくださってありがとうございますというのことです。
I would like to start by introducing the committee. I'll introduce myself and then I will call on each committee member. Just introduce yourself, say what work you do. Okay?
とりあえずね。で、今度来たら変えるからって言って。今度来たら変えといて。
今からキャシーさんから今からキャシーさんから自己紹介していくのでお願いします。
My name is Cassie Paulo. I am the chairperson of Gscc currently. I have been a member of Gscc for several years, 7 or 8 years at least. I hosted when I was in school, my family hosted, and I was a delegate to Japan in 2002. So I've worked with Gscc for a long time. It's a huge passion for me. I'm very committed and I've enjoyed all of my work.
I kind of can't forget.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Say what you know about me.
Okay, キャシーさんで、7年間くらいもう JCC に、いて、2002年の時にホストをして、その後に日本に行ったようです。
Yeah, you got it. Okay, next is Tracy. Oh no, Janae. Go ahead, Janae. I'm going in order on my screen, so Janae.
Okay, I'm Janae Segura Brown, and I have been involved for 20 years. And I'm so happy to see you all. It's so great to see everybody. I can't wait until we are together again.
こちらがジェネさんで、20年間 JCC に、関わっていて、皆さんよろしくお願いしますとのことです。あと会えるのを楽しみにしてますと言ってます。
Okay, Tracy is who I see next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tracy, and I've been on the sister city for about 5 years, I think, 4 or 5 years. And I teach beginning Japanese at the Kansas City Art Institute. And we used to host Maju.
こちらトレイシーさんで、5年間 JCC に関わっています。そして、日本語の先生をしていて、そこは KCAI という大学で行って、私のホストファミリーでした。
Okay, next is Jean. Ready? Uh-oh, Jean's muted.
Hi, I'm Jean Luzader, and I had the privilege of being the delegate chaperone in 2015. And I was welcomed into the Ito's home, and they were incredibly kind, a joy to me, but I'm secretary for the commission.
こちらがジンさんで、昔引率者をしていて、みんなが優しくて、とっても楽しかった。日本に行った時とても楽しかったということと、あと今は、秘書、この JCC の秘書をしている方です。
Okay, next is Hannah.
Hi, my name's Hannah Newberry. I was a student delegate in 2016. I've pretty much been involved with the committee since then. My favorite things about being on the committee are planning the exchange and recruiting students.
こちらがヘナさんで、引率者の、学生の方で昔来て、私と同じ年だったかな、多分2015年の時に来た方で、そこからずっと JSCC に関わっているようです。すいません。
Okay, next is Brenda. Can't hear you.
There we go.
There you go. Yep.
My name is Brenda Schultz. I have been on the JSCC committee for about 5 years, and for most of that time, I have been the treasurer and currently the treasurer. I kind of am a back behind the scenes person. Thank you.
こちらがベリンダさんで、JSCC に5年間ほど関わっています。
Christy's next.
Hi, my name is Christy, and I've been on the committee for 3 or 4 years, and I enjoy helping with the exchange.
こちらクリスティさんで3年間から4年間ほど、関わっていて、エクスチェンジスチューデントと関わるのがとても楽しいとおっしゃってます。
Okay, next is Laura.
Hi, I'm Laura Ashba. I've also been on the committee. I think it's actually 4 years, Christy. And I've hosted an adult. I've never gone to Japan myself. My husband was a student delegate in about 95, a little while ago. I love working on the committee with the exchange and helping our students kind of understand the cultural connection and the relationships we're able to form through this. So thank you.
こちらがララさんで、4年間ほど関わっていて、昔大人の方をホストしたことがあるようです。そして、1995年の時に旦那さんが日本に行って、それから文化交流とかを楽しみにこのホストをやっているようです。
Okay, next is Daniela.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daniela Book. This is my second year on the committee, but mine and my family involvement started many years prior to that with the Japanese club in the Glendale School led by Mrs. Segura Brown. And my family hosted 3 times so far. Every time it was tremendous pleasure. We hosted 2 students and adults, and we are looking forward to being part of this committee and helping out building better connections.
こちらがダニエラさんで、今 JSCC に関わって2年目です。そして、息子が日本クラブをしていて、プラス3回ほどホストファミリーをしたことがあって、2人の生徒と1人の大人をホストしたことがあるようです。
Okay, next we have Dustin.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dustin Henrich, and I have been on the committee for 3 years. Prior to joining the committee, I was an ALT in Osaka, Japan for 2 years, and then I came back and I joined the Sister City Committee. I currently work on our Sister City's website and working on the Alumni Association. Thank you.
こちらがダスティンさんで3年間ほど JSCC に関わっていて、大阪にある ALT のところでその前は働いていました。そして、今は JSCC の、ウェブサイトに関わっているようです。
Okay, next I'm going to go with Councilman Steinmeier. You already introduced yourself earlier, but I think we have a larger, the whole group's here now, so go ahead.
Thank you. My name's Mike Steinmeier. I am one of the city council members in Independence. I represent the 3rd district. And it is, I'm sorry?
It's my district.
Oh, good.
Okay, well, go ahead. Continue.
Now we can get some things done.
Right.
Yeah, so I have been to Japan many times, starting in 1989, and one of my favorite cities is Hiratsuka. Experienced my first major earthquake there, so I have lots of love for Japan and the Japanese people and the culture, of course, and look forward. I'm new to the city council, but I had an opportunity to join and wanted very much to do so. And I look forward to serving you the best way I can, and I look forward to working with you.
こちらがマイクさんで、何回も日本に、1989年から何回も日本に、行ったことがあるらしくて、一番初めの時に地震を体験されたそうです。日本はすごい大好きで、これから一緒に働くことを楽しみにしてますとのことです。
We have a special guest who's not on the committee, but Mr. Charlie Brown. Say hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
Konnichiwa.
All right. And then we have another special guest who is Tina Salisbury. She was selected to be our chaperone 2 years ago, right? Correct? And we couldn't do that trip, but she's helping us. She's our chaperone in waiting.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Me and my husband, Robert, we attended the adult, well, it was about a couple of years ago. And so we really enjoyed that. So we do look forward to when we can bring another host of young adults over for another exchange.
ティナさんは、去年本当は行くはずだった日本のシャパロンだったんですけど、引率者だったんですけれども、行けなくなってしまって、今までは、大人の方をホストファミリーしてきました。
And Maju, last but not least, tell them. I think many of them know you, but Leslie.
I'm gonna say English and Japanese. So, hi, my name is Maju Hanaoka. I'm from Japan, Higashimurayama. I came here, I guess 3 years ago now. No, 4 years ago, first time. And then it has been 3 years I haven't come back here. And I'm in the community college. I'm looking forward to go UMKC next semester for 2 years. And yeah, that's about it. And in Japanese, 日本語で紹介すると、花岡マージです。よろしく、こんにちは。私は4年前に、交換留学生としてインディペンデンス市に来て、そして気に入ってしまいすぎて、こちらの大学で今勉強しています。今3年目で、今ビジネスのアカウンティングの会計士の勉強をしています。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, I think we will, now I'd like to have members of HIFA introduce yourselves if you wish. Okay, so go ahead and tell them.
Okay, HIFA の皆さん、それでは自己紹介お願いします。日本語で英語で通訳するので、誰からでも大丈夫です。
会長から言ってください。古川会長。
鳥笠さん、今ミュートになっちゃって。
Please, your mute. マイク。
もしもし、聞こえますか？
はい。
よかった。すみません。5年ぐらい前から会長やってますけど、最初の頃40周年かな。で、そちらにお邪魔して、大変いい経験をさせていただきました。で、その後、去年はですね、皆さんご案内のように、コロナのことで、今年も動きがなかなか難しいので、皆さんとね、インディペンデンスの皆さんと協力して、何かできることを、少しずつやっていきたいと、いうふうに思っています。
Okay, so it's Orika's-san, and then he joined 5 years ago, and he came in Independence City when it was 40th years anniversary. And because of the COVID, we cannot do anything much, exchange student and stuff. So he wanted to little by little connect to each other, to Japan, America, especially independence in Higashimura.
それでもう一ついいですか？
はい。
キャシーさんから新年のカードをいただいてありがとうございました。お礼言う機会がなかったもんです。 もう一
said,
つね。
yes.
それともう一つ。バージさんは髪の毛いつからそんなになっちゃったの？
髪の毛ですか？もう来た瞬間に金髪にしました。
結構似合ってんじゃないの？もう。
ありがとうございます。お母さんいないんで。
そういうこと言っちゃっていいの？
So he said, Cassie, he said, thank you for the New Year's card. He forgot to say thank you.
Oh, I'm glad they made it. Glad they made it there. Yeah.
届いてよかったと言ってます。じゃあ次の方ですかね。
石田さん。
はい。はい。Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Etsuyo Ishida. I'm Vice President. I'm really happy to join this meeting today. Thank you.
Thank you.
続いて町田さん。
はい。Good evening. My name is Yutaka Machida. この国際友好協会の副会長をしております。以前、ジョー・ガルさんのところにホームステイして、インディペンデンスの素晴らしい自然、そしてまたね、心温かい人たちとの触れ合いができて、とてもいい思い出になりました。そして今日はこうして、Zoom を使って、皆さんの顔が見られたことが、大変嬉しいです。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
When he came to here, he hosted by Joe Gart son, and he said he was sorry, my Japanese English mind is super bad right now, but he was so surprised of the nature of Independent City and the kindness people. And he said it was happy to join this Zoom meeting because of the COVID, but it's nice to see your face.
OK。伊藤陽子さん。
Hi, everyone. I'm Yoko Ito. I'm a vice president. I've been involved more than 20 years. And Lara's husband, Matt, stayed with me, and Jean stayed with me. Yeah, I hosted some students and adults. I'm very happy to experience. Thank you.
はい。で、野村さん。
Hi. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yumiko Nomura. I'm Director Account, FIFA. I'm very excited to join the committee. And I hope that this committee today will be a memorable first step for both committees. And now I 11 times host family, and I've been to 6 times Independent City. I have good memories in Independent City. Thank you. That's all.
はい、高野さん。ミュート外して。ミュート外して。ミュート外してください。あ、
はい。はい、聞こえますか？
聞こえます。
はい。友好協会の高野と言います。高野圭一です。総務理事をやってます。私は大変いい、機会を持ってますので、トランスレートマシンです。ちょっと聞かせます。
It's been 27 years since I joined the Friendship Association.
わかりましたか？Good evening from Tokyo. Thank you.
Thank you.
いや、それで受け入れ委員会の丸山さん。
丸山さんいたな。
丸山さん、あゆこさん。
ごめんなさい、音入ってますかね。
入ってます。
ありがとうございます。はい、よろしくお願いします。Hello everyone. Hi. I'm Ayuko Maruyama. Some of you know me, right? I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't prepare anything about this speech, but I started to join this program in 2012, maybe as a host family. And now I'm a vice chairman of the community. I'm enjoying this program. And I've been to Independence last summer, maybe, with my family to visit your town. Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, that's all.
それでは、派遣委員会の、矢島さん。ミュート外してください、ミュート。
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so hello everyone. So I'm Hyoko Yajima. So nice to meet you. So nice to meet you all. So let me introduce myself. So it was 1981 that I first visited Independence as a student delegation. So my host mother was Phyllis Royalbanks. I'm still communicating with her, who now lives in a senior house next to an independent shopping center. So I still miss her so much. And so it was 1979 that I hosted 2 students from Independence for the first time. So, and I met Lana White then. So, but so now she's passed away. So I'm so sorry. And I'm always looking forward to welcome all the people from Independence. And I do hope to see you again in Higashimura, so as soon as possible. Okay, that's all for me. That's all for me. Bye-bye.
宮本さん。
Hello, my name is Keiko Miyamoto. I entered this association only for 1 year. And I never been to America, but I like America. But we met COVID-19 last year. So I would like to go America, Independence City. So if I go to Independence City, so I want to meet all you. Thank you.
広報委員会の方はいらっしゃいますかね。藤原さんはちょっと欠席です。英会話はいない。はい、それじゃあ私ですね。Hello? When we leave the meeting, so I want to take a screenshot, okay? So please smile and wave, okay?
No? Okay, all right. Yay!
No. Late.
Later, when we leave. Okay.
How are you? Long time no see. Jean? Hi. じゃあ続いて、次は誰だ
How are you?
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Thank you. And you?
Wonderful.
Oh,
Good to see your face.
good, good. I stayed in Paris. It's virtual screen. それでは誰ですか次は誰
折笠さん、文子さん。
はい。じゃあ、折笠
あ、聞こえますか
はい。
はい。
聞こえてます
はい。
Hello, everybody. My name is Fumiko Orikasa. I'm a wife of the president of Koji Orikasa. And I'm a chairman of, なんて言ったらいいの感覚上って。Developing the member of HIFA. I have been in touch with HIFA in about 26 years. I'm very glad to join in the committee now. Thank you. Okay. 終了です。
はい、終わり。
聞こえました。
マージオさん全部終わりました。
Everyone's done.
Everyone's done? Okay. Yeah. So I would just like to say again, I'm going to make a short statement, but I'll pause for Maju, okay? Again, thank you so much. It is wonderful to share the meeting with you. I'm so happy you could come. Go ahead with that.
皆さんありがとうございました。Zoom に入っていただいて本当に嬉しかったです。
はい。
And I just wanted to share a little bit of what we are going to work on because we can't do the exchange. Go ahead.
これから私たちが何をするかを紹介していきたいと思います。なぜなら、
すいません。
はい。
Excuse me. Sorry for bearing the mask. May I introduce myself?
One more person need to introduce.
I'm sorry.
自己紹介してもいいですか？
はい。
東村山の市役所の方。
Hello everyone. We are Higashimurayama City Office. And my name is Midori Higashiyama. And they are my colleagues. Let me see. This is Onishi. And sorry, this is Ichimura. And so we are very looking forward to seeing you face to face, not by the virtual. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all.
Okay, I'm sorry we missed you. Sorry, sorry. Okay, so our program, our plans are we will work on a spring festival. We are working on our website with Dustin's help. We want to have a big website that does a lot of things, and we're going to work on recruiting students and families for the future. So we have lots of candidates for students and lots of people who can host.
これから、していくこととしては、春にお祭りがあって、それに向けての準備と、あと、ウェブサイトを、今、いろんなことができるウェブサイトを今作っているらしくて、それに向かって、組み立て、作成していくのと、あと未来の、交換留学生のための誰が行くか、誰がホストファミリーするかっていうのを決めていくようです。
And that's most of what we're working on. I want to give Higashi Murayama a chance to, I think they're planning to make a statement. And then I think we have kept everyone for longer than they planned. So Higashi Murayama can tell us if they have a statement, and then if you need to leave, you can go, and you can also stay. If anyone wants to stay for the whole meeting, they may. But if they're busy, they can go. Sorry, Margie, that's a lot.
It's okay.
Okay.
今から、普通にミーティングを始めていくんですけれど、もしもそのミーティング聞きたいよっていう方がいたら、全然ステイしていただいてもらって大丈夫なのと、もし今から忙しいよって方は、普通にリーブしても、リーブ。忘れちゃった。バイバイしても。退出していただいて大丈夫です。
Excuse me. Just now, I want to take a screenshot.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody smile and wave. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yay. Thank you. That was a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will send a photo.
Okay.
Okay.
堀笠さん、何か一言ないんですか？もういいですか？このまま出ちゃっても。
私？
はい。
さっき一つ言い忘れたのは、ジュネインと旦那さんに40周年の時大変お世話になりましたっていうのをさっき忘れちゃったのと、できればまたこういう機会が時々あると、こちらとしてもタイムリーに情報交換できると思うので、ぜひよろしくお願いしたいということを伝えてください。
40周年の時、誰さんと誰さんでしたっけ？
ジュネインと
ブラウン。
ブラウンさん。
ジェネさん。He said, Jenny, thank you for 40th anniversary. He couldn't have a chance to say thank you for you. And he also said that if we can have Zoom meeting like this again, it'll be so much fun and good to see you guys again.
Yes.
I think that's all.
Yes.
That is very easy to do, Orikasa-san, and my pleasure. I'm very happy. I've been very sad. It's difficult. COVID is very difficult, and school is very difficult. So this is a very happy moment for me to see all of you and think about all the beautiful things we've done in the last 40 years. So thank you. Thank you for coming to the meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
じゃあみんなここで、
ちょっと資料があるので失礼します。
ここでみんな出ましょう。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
And
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm so glad they could come. That's a lot of fun. All right.
Yeah.
Let's. I think the first order of business I want to make sure we get done is we need a motion and a second to approve the minutes, and then we need to approve them. Before I do that, I want to make sure everyone got the most current updated minutes, which I sent at like 4 p.m. and it just, instead of saying unanimous vote, it literally lists all of our names on the city letterhead for the checking account vote.
Thank you for doing that, Cassie.
Okay, I mean, we've got everything but everybody's like socials for the bank. I don't know how much I can document it. We're gonna have to like do a blood test next. I don't know, but it's a very secure checking account, and I've got a ton of documentation for it, so that should go through. So we'll need a motion and a second to approve those minutes, so we can get that done.
I move that we accept the minutes as read via email.
Okay.
I second that
works.
motion.
Okay. All in favor of approving the minute, of accepting the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Show of hands. That's everyone. Okay. Yes. Okay. Any opposed? No. I think everybody did it. Okay. No opposition. All right. Then what I was going to talk about tonight is just the some festival stuff, and if anybody else has anything you want to like discuss or mention, jump in there, that's fine. But for the festival, I have some ideas for stuff we can do, but I also wanted to get an idea for what you guys want to work on or what you feel priorities should be, because it is going to be basically online, or it's not going to be a central festival. So we have kind of some options for things we can do and like different things to focus on with whatever our work is. So I don't want to make a tremendous amount of work for everybody doing a million things. I want to kind of focus it on like whatever we decide the priorities will be. So my ideas there were kind of different things that we could, different areas of focus would be fundraising. And I have some ideas for that. We could focus on like getting people to participate in the stuff that we're doing. So we're gonna have some participation activities. We could also focus on, you know, like last year, I really tried to promote local businesses. I don't know if that was helpful or not. So promoting vendors or local businesses is another one. And I think that's most of it. We could also do, I guess education would be another component that we could work on. That would be a little bit more difficult, but we could do some online panels or set up some message boards or do some education. So what did we get there? That was fundraising, local business, participation, and education. I have some ideas for different things that we can do for each of those topics. But I'd like feedback, I guess, first on if anybody has thoughts for what they would prefer to focus on, or if there's any of those things that you're like, nah, like don't do it. So let's just open discussion about that if we have time. So I don't know, go for it. Any thoughts? Nobody?
Are you talking focusing on this for the festival, the online festival? Is that what you're kind of referring to?
Yeah.
I think the education and panels and videos to upload to the website would be good.
Okay.
I don't know if we would probably have them pre-recorded. I think that'd be easier to get better participation. But
so my idea for how to do panels or educational stuff, or presentations or panels, would be have a pre-recorded presentation, either the panel discussion or the presentation, and then if we can get a format where people can do an interactive Q&A like at a later time, like a designated time. So we'll have the video posted, people can watch it, whenever it's convenient for them, and then we have the Q&A like live, probably via text. I guess we could do that different ways, but have a live Q&A in the evening or at a set time so people can participate.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds great.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to underline that one as sort of approved and included. Tracy, did you have I feel like you had something.
I just had a question. Is this going to be like last year where it was over several days, or it's just going to be one day?
Over several days. Yeah. So, okay, I guess I need approval for that too. I was going to do the same kind of 2-week format where it's just sort of stuff that's up there and it's going on and people can kind of come and go and do it. And then maybe try to have like a focal day where we have a couple of things. I have some ideas for like a one day with a little burst of activity, but yeah, like at least 1 week, probably 2 for stuff going on.
Okay. I will ask my students if they would like to put together a short presentation on either Japanese art or doing some kind of Japanese art.
Wonderful.
And I can work it into, the semester hasn't started yet, so I can make it part of our intercultural lesson.
Sure, that's great.
Yeah,
send
they'll
them
do great for it.
Yeah. So the next thing, I guess,
They'll get a grade, so it'll be good.
Yeah. After we decide what we want to do, then the next job is to be kind of like deciding who, who wants to work on those things. So, and if we don't, if everybody's like, this is a great idea, but nobody wants to do it, then whatever, we don't have to do it.
So I think I probably can get things that are pre-recorded that can be used.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, go ahead. Go.
When are we thinking of doing this?
So, because it's all online, it can basically be anytime. And I think if we're moving away from the cherry blossom stuff, we can move it a little later in the spring. I don't want it to get into full summer where everybody's sweating, but I feel like we could try to move it. We might even be able to hold it when we would normally be doing the exchange. Like this year, we could do it during when we would be sending the students. So that's what, mid-June? So right after school
Beginning
gets
of
out?
June, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, early mid-June.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What the specific date? Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
That's fine. I was just thinking, someone had mentioned putting this on the website. I just wanted to make sure that fits within when we think the website will be finished. If it's going to be earlier than that, then it'll have to be on the current Cherry Blossom website. If we're thinking June, most likely, I would like to think our website will be finished by then.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm thinking the website. So I have that. No, it's still like, it took the money out of my account and renewed it. So I still have that domain. We've got the website, and I was thinking about using it just to, basically it's a fancy calendar. It just will like be a place where we list everything that's happening and when it's happening. So that will just be a resource that people can go back to. That's all I'm really looking for. Yeah.
I think if you're wanting content to go out maybe to also more people, for maybe something, depending on the layout that's decided, the Facebook page would be a good platform too.
Okay.
Something to think about. But
so for like live events or
live or any content that's even pre-recorded content could be uploaded to Facebook, or I mean if it's a video that could be uploaded as well. So it's just something to think about. If we're wanting something a bit more interactive, Facebook would probably be better. If you're wanting something static to stay out there, it could be Facebook and one of our websites. But if we were thinking probably sometime March, I most likely will not have the website finished by March.
Okay. I'll plan on having the WordPress site available for it. And then if you have the website ready to go and we can just put a static page, that's great. But I wouldn't worry about the festival for the permanent website. That makes sense? Okay. If you get it, fantastic. But like put that low priority on whatever you're doing. Okay. All right. So okay, then we can work on some education stuff. That sounds good. I had kind of my idea for like a participation thing is that we can get, have people do a little, this is a little vague. I'm going to explain the concept and then if you guys have ideas. I want to have something that people either put in their yard or they can hang like a wind chime, something they can hang on their door, or put in your yard, depending on whatever, if you're in an apartment, you can put it outside your door, whatever. Could be a couple of little different things, a little pink something or other, a flower or whatever that you can put out that says, I'm participating in the festival for this 2 weeks. And then at the end, on the last day or the last couple of days, have people bring them to the garden and either stick them in the ground, if it's a yard sign, or a little hang thing, tie them on the tree. So it would actually be kind of cool to have both, to have a little flag in your yard or something hanging on, by your door. Really simple, like we could provide a little template for people to print and put, up in their own yard and just try to kind of recruit participation. It's just a visual of like how many people are actually doing it.
That is such a stinking good idea. Did you think of that yourself?
I think so.
Is that from your brain?
I think so. I don't if I stole it, somebody tell me. I think that, yeah.
I mean, how awesome is that? A little wind chime or a little something in our trees outside. I mean, what could be more adorable and amazing? Good idea.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay. So I will need someone to maybe help me either like iron out the details of that, figure out like what it is. You know, I have the 2 different formats. Yeah. So we'll need a little bit of fine tuning on that to make that happen. So that's a go. We could, if we want to like sell them for $1 and make them ourselves, or I mean, that's an angle. I just want to like have that visible. Yes. Then for fundraising, we have two fundraising options. We still have some like stuff. We have like the Japanese items that we would normally have sold at Japan Fest. We have a few of those things. Rose has some stuff too. And I think Rose will actually work with me. We can either set up an online auction or an online sale. So we'll have physical items, but we're running it through eBay or Etsy or something where we have just an online
shop. I have tons of that stuff Tracy gave me as well.
I gave her like half an office full of stuff. I said I'm bringing over 2 cartons.
Yeah, she downloaded on me and took up my space. So I'm getting ready to send her a bill for rent. But yeah, if whatever I don't sell or bill her for, we could put on Etsy.
Okay,
and there's some good stuff in there. So
okay, it's possible that we could have like a literal like yard sale by then. I don't know if we have just an amazing vaccine campaign and everybody's feeling great about in person.
But you know, that's a good idea to do the Etsy too, because a lot of these things, people like those kind of trinkets and stuff, and it'll be easy for them to do it. Everybody's online shopping now. I still think even if we go ahead with both, that's a good idea.
Okay, so item sale online. The other fundraising idea I had was
the only thing to consider with that is the posting to send the item. So just discuss how that expense to send them and how we would handle that. That's the only issue that would be associated.
Okay. Yeah, and with Etsy, you set the shipping and it doesn't take it out of your commission. So you just post whatever the ship, I think it'll calculate the shipping. There's some options there. Etsy might be a problem because it's either supposed to be vintage or handmade. So we might be.
Yeah, but there's so many things we could use. Yeah, we can worry about those details later.
Okay.
I think Etsy also charges per listing.
It does. It charges. Yeah, Etsy is 20 cents. Well, I've been on there forever, so I'm 20 cents. I don't know if I'm grandfathered in or what, but it's 20 cents per listing. So we'd want to have like kind of a curated collection to sell on Etsy for sure. We only want the stuff that we really think will sell. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to mark that like that's a go. The sale is a go. The other fundraising we could do is collect. Is it like an art sale? So that could run online. And what we would do is just collect digital images from people who are willing to like donate prints of their art. So they retain all their like rights to their artwork, but they send me a scan and then we can put it up on Redbubble or sell prints. So we've got that Redbubble going. So we can sell people's art on stuff. That's a pretty low markup. We're not going to make a ton of money that way, but that also would serve as something to get people involved in contributing artwork. So this would be a good thing for students. I don't know. That's another fundraising angle. We're getting head shakes on that. I don't know.
Have you looked into the copyright issues of that?
So we'd have to do a little bit of paperwork. So you just have to have the artist be like, I donate any profits you make of selling, stuff with this image on it for the period between like whatever the date of the festival is. So they would donate their profits essentially. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, we can work out contract for that. Yeah. Go ahead, Jean.
I belong to an organization and we had an auction. Okay. And there are auction sites that are free if you only have like 20 items.
Okay.
And kind of ironically, we made origami bouquets, and that's what we sold at the auction. And it went over very well. We kept it local, so that we had a site for them to pick everything up if they won the bid. So there wasn't any shipping or anything like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's also, so that would be for like physical items if people donate the actual,
you can have it for any, okay. Like I said, we did our origami bouquets, but if you've got, I have some Japanese things that could be put on an auction, and I'm sure all of us do somewhere if we were willing to donate those.
Okay.
So
I'm
just a
willing
thought.
to donate this behind me.
Oh, wow.
That would be a big market item. And Tina has lots of things.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is we have several options. And so we could have an auction. So if we have stuff that we need to do an inventory of the items. And then like, I would say things that we think will do well at auction that people will really like go after. We could pick 20 and do them on the free auction site. And then kind of mid-level stuff that we're pretty sure will sell, we could put on an Etsy. And then we can kind of keep other things. So I guess what we need is an inventory before we decide how we're going to sell them.
So I can do an inventory and do some pictures and send that to you, Cassie. Do you want me to do that of what I have?
That if you want to do that, that would be wonderful.
And
outstanding.
Huh?
That's outstanding if you want to do it. Yep.
Well, no, send you the pictures and the inventory of the stuff I have.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
I'm sorry, Tina.
So could you
when I brought that over, we were having a sale.
So are you talking about, so I also have I don't want to say a truckload, but quite a bit. People continue to bring stuff to me at Glendale all the time. That's like an ongoing event. So Tracy, what you brought to Tina, I mean, you're not talking about candy and stickers.
No.
What are you talking about? What is that?
We're talking about books. We're talking about artwork, and trinkets and stuff like that. Yeah, not so much candy or stuff, but more like stuff that we put on the table that we give to people or sell at the things. Yeah, not candy or anything. No, I'm not doing anything food related. That poses too many risks when you do food. So I'm not doing food.
All the things that I took over was pretty much stuff that you would have sold at like Japan Festival.
And if there are some little trinkets, we could also have just a grab bag and be like, these items, there's 4 items valued at $10, like surprise. That's another, if we have a lot of little trinkets that we want to unload, we can do that. So I'm getting a lot of enthusiasm for the online sales as fundraising. Sound on board for that? Okay. So Tina, you're going to send me an inventory of what you've got. Jean, I will get with you about the auction site that you used.
Yes.
So let me know how, okay. Auction. I'll figure out how that works. Etsy, Tina. All right. And then Janae, you have a lot of stuff. I don't want to make you.
No, I do have a lot of stuff, and I just received more recently, like since Christmas.
Okay.
So I will also, I mean, I can give it to you. Can come by. I mean, we can look at it or whatever. I don't know. These are things that people have when they went to Higashimurayama. They got this stuff when they were there, and now they no longer want to store it. You know what I mean? That's what I have right now. So. Kimono, obi, teacups, that kind of stuff. Stuff they bought when they were there and they no longer want it.
It was precious at the time.
It was precious at the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we'll do, yeah, I'll get some kind of, well, I'll figure out how to look at your stuff and inventory that, and we'll kind of merge it in with what Tina's got. So let's see, I think who said I like the idea that we might have some interaction with our sister city in June? Is that Janae?
I do like that. So I kind of want to say that the June idea or the June date for doing this festival again makes sense to me because as you said, I mean, well, Justin said he could be ready in June and we would have an exchange, except we're not having the exchange. So this is kind of our exchange. I like that idea.
So I have an idea for stuff to like a very simple exchange that we could do with Higashimurayama is just like little, I want to say junk food. So snacks, we can put together a snack box. So each family can pick their favorite snacks and we can put it all in one box and ship it to a designated person there. and then they could, if they feel like reciprocating, they could send us some snacks. So we could do a snack exchange in partly in place of the actual exchange. And then I can communicate with them about our plan. They could also do the little participation. They could do their a little chime or something. They could have their participation signal, I guess. What am I looking for there? They could definitely do that with us as well. So that would be a way for them to participate. I'll keep on. Yeah, we need to bring them in as much as we can. So
what if it was a decal that you stick in your car window or on your computer screen instead? Like a frame that goes around your picture on Facebook or.
Oh, okay. So like a digital, like something you would use online, or like a physical sticker for your like laptop sticker.
Both. What if it was something like that?
That's fine.
Rather than a yard sign or.
Sure. Okay.
Some people like yard signs. I'm just trying a variety.
Right. Yeah.
I live a lot of my life online, so.
Okay. So we can do a little like flag to put in your user avatar or whatever. Yeah. Can do some online
options.
Stickers. Yeah. Okay. Then what else do they have? So I think fundraising is locked down. Participation is locked down. We have education plans. So my other idea for local businesses is I thought we could do like a little, I don't know, restaurant passport. So pick some local businesses and you take a little selfie of yourself getting your takeout safely, or whatever you're comfortable with, and like collect those. And then at the end of the festival, you've gone to all of your places and documented that somehow. I mean, whatever. There's lots of little like scavenger hunt style things that we can put on the website for people to do. Yeah, I think that's the only other thing.
The restaurant is a good idea because it gives especially when the delegates before the COVID hit, we were planning on every week or so going to a different restaurant to try new foods in the area. So to have that online, it gives people an option to explore, because a lot of people don't know how to go to a lot of different restaurants or are scared to unless they got a good recommendation.
Right. So, and then I don't know if there's like, I think Game Cafe is another place for people to shop. So anywhere that we can be like, hey, go buy a thing here, or go buy, get food or shop from this local business or anything like that. I guess my idea for the format.
Probably get a discount if we're telling them we're going to advertise or use their pro and say maybe they give a 10% discount if we eat at their restaurant, telling them we're having a festival and we're going to publicize their restaurant on our game. They probably would give us a discount, which is a good incentive.
Sure. But I also thought maybe another, like, I don't know, this will be a lot of work to coordinate, but if they have if there's a specific menu item that they want to promote as like, hey, this is for the festival, we could specifically have people shop for that. So it's like a pink cookie or, specific soft drink or something that they, and that would definitely be like people on the square. But
they're talking about the online festival.
So that's another option. I don't know if anybody wants to take that on. Just an idea for bringing local businesses in and driving them some business. I don't know what we're going to do for our poor vendors that would have come normally. I can kind of contact them. I think they didn't do very well. Like, it was just not successful driving sales to them. So I'm willing to contact them all again and see if they want to kind of do exactly the same thing that we did, where we just, kind of blast them on social media is essentially all that we did. Because a lot of them are from out of town. So most of them are not actually like hyper local. So it's people from Springfield, it's people from out of town, like up by Smithville. They're all local enough to come to a festival, but they aren't really like people that we can send people to shop there, like we could for places on the square or something. So I don't know if I should contact them or not. They were awesome. Like 100% of those people were fantastic to work with, and I want to keep them on board, but I don't really know how to work them into this. Yeah, go ahead.
So not necessarily vendor related, but NakaCon, I did hear back from them. I don't have the details in front of me right now, but they are going to be having a digital festival this March, and possibly an in-person event in fall, depending on how the situation looks. Cassie, do you have their contact? Like, do you have some actual organizers' contact information?
It's Jay Takuya is his name. Which is what is it Jay or I don't know.
He goes by both. I call him Takuya, but everybody else I guess calls him Jay.
Okay.
He told me, he goes, "You're like one of the only Americans that calls me by my Japanese name, by the way." And I'm like, "I didn't know this. Sorry, that's what your email said."
I'm like, I'll do it if that's what you. I want to call him what he prefers, you know.
Yeah. I don't think he really has a preference, but with the scale of NakaCon, I don't know how they're going to translate their event to something digital. What I'm trying to get at is, I think it's in the committee's best interest, especially with you being our lead. If you reach out to him and get ideas from him to see how maybe, because they're really struggling with not only finances, but struggling with how do they translate their event into digital. With as many creative people that work for that event, I imagine they're going to come up with something pretty good. I bet you could get a lot of good ideas and maybe people who would be willing to help create content of some sort for our event as well, and they're local.
Right.
So I highly suggest reaching out to them, because I bet they will create a very solid digital event. Knowing them, they're very smart and creative people. Sure. So more brains to input, the better. So I highly suggest reaching out to him. He's pretty responsive, and he is needing help in terms of a content, like in terms of like if somebody wanted to create a pre-recorded video for them, we're doing one for the JET program for them as well. So
we can certainly do one about JSCC. I mean,
yes,
it'd be boring, but yeah. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't saying yes to the boring. Yeah, I think it would definitely. It's a way for us to promote ourselves. But Cassie, I suggest, with you leading us, I suggest maybe if you have his information, and have you already actually talked with him? Have you two connected before? I can introduce you two if you haven't.
I don't know if you'll remember. He actually came to the last event that we had in person. So I had talked to him a little bit, you know, prior to, and invited him. So he was on my vendor list for 18. Was that when that was? The before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, you guys are connected, but you might reach out. I would suggest reaching out to him to see what they're doing for their digital event. So that's all I've got.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem at all. Do you know, is it mostly him? I think it was like Jeff and Kathleen were also participating.
I've only ever worked with Takuya, so I've never worked with any. There was one other contact that I used to work with 1 year, but last I heard, she was no longer with NakaCon or volunteering with NakaCon, because all of them are volunteers. And so, but for probably the past 4 or 5 years, I've only worked with Takuya.
Okay, then that's contact. Okay.
Yep, and he's still deeply involved with it. So.
All right.
And I'll also forward you, unrelated to the festival, but I'll forward you the information he sent me as well about NakaCon's plans.
Okay, that way I'll kind of have an idea what they're doing, and then okay, sounds good. All right, so let's kind of divvy up tasks a little bit, and by that I mean I will probably work with you on whatever your kind of assigned project is. So projects are the little participation notification, the doohickey, the chime, whatever we want to do it. So who wants to be on? What do we want to call that? That seems like it should have a name. What is that called? Participation, the like advertising participation. Participation committee, let's call it that. So who would like to, Hannah, do you want to work on that?
Yeah,
sorry, you want to do it?
I can do it. I don't know what to call it, but I can try.
Right. So I just like jumped on. Yeah. Does anybody like really kind of want to do that coordinate that project, or help me with that one?
So this is kind of hokey, but I have like little I think I am thinking of, I have a little, what do you call, diagram, a little model that people, like you were talking about, where it kind of looks like the classic Japanese glass wind chime.
Oh,
you know?
Okay. Yeah.
And but of course it's made out of paper because of course I work in an elementary school. So it's like that level. But when you said that, I'm like, that is so cute. People could hang that in their yard. So I could work with Hannah on that. I'm sure that, I know it has a name. Is that what you were thinking? Something like that?
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, if we could have the little bells, that would be even better. But like, I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, the little paper bell, perfect.
All right.
That fits perfectly.
I think I can do that. I can do that. I will look for that tomorrow.
Okay.
Make it available.
Do you want to have people make that themselves, or do we want to make them to hand out?
I mean, where are we handing it out at?
Could we mail them flat?
Yes. Yes, we could. We could do that. That's a good idea.
So, but I'm getting from that we want people to make them themselves, though.
Yeah, it is a craft. It's a craft.
Okay. So we have the template. We post and share the little template for people to make this, and then they do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Let's do it.
But
right.
and if so, Hannah and I can work on that. But do we have a date? Should we decide on that before we?
All right. So, when would the exchange normally be? Let me.
I think I put it up there, June. Oh, I guess I didn't. It would be June 8th to the 22nd this year. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me look. It would be June 8th to the 22nd would be the normal time of independence in Japan.
So that's, sorry, I'm getting my calendar up so I can see what days that is.
Well, that would be Tuesday. That would be Tuesday, June 8th to Tuesday, June 22nd would be the traditional time that we would be in Japan.
So we could do, we could start it on do you want to start on a Saturday start on a Monday and end on a Sunday? Mm-hmm. So we could either do May 31st through, that's a holiday, right?
Yeah, that's Memorial Day. Don't do that.
So we could do June 7th through 20th?
Yeah, Monday to Monday.
Yeah.
Do that.
And end on June 20th. So Sunday. Okay.
And on Father's Day. And on Father's Day, that's the 20th.
Okay. Or we could end on Saturday. It doesn't have to be 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be 2 weeks either.
The 19th is Juneteenth.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. There's never an easy time. But yeah, how about if we did, like June 5th to the 19th? Saturday to Saturday, or I don't know.
Good. Yeah, that's fine. June 5th to 19th?
June 5th to the 19th.
Okay. I'll go with that. Any objections? Is that going to work for everybody more or less?
And we're saying Uptown Matsuri.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to mail this out to all of our friends. So if on that mailer has to be developed, because we would also say, check out this website, check out this auction, check out this Facebook feed, check out this blah, blah. All of that stuff would be on that mailer if we were going to spend some money on that and hang this off something in your front yard.
So can you print how big, so like can the little bell be printed on one side and the information on the other? Is that what you're thinking?
8.5 by 11. Yes, it can do 8.5 by 11. We can make it even smaller. We can make it a half sheet, but okay. Maybe that's something Hannah and I can develop by the next meeting.
Yeah.
Does that sound like it's something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got the dates, and then you guys have a hard target date for your website to be up, and then we can just continue to add.
We don't have a target date yet.
We don't have a target date.
It's within the next, from December, so I guess about within the next 5 months.
Okay. So I can put we can use the WordPress as the static website. If we're like doing a mailer and driving people to a site where they like find all the information in one source, send it to the, for purposes of the festival, we can send it to the festival website.
I mean,
separately.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is that okay, Dustin?
Yeah, that's fine. Dang it, there was something I was gonna mention to you guys. I just forgot. Gosh dang it. It was about the festival. Gosh dang it, I should have wrote it down. I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me.
I'll talk and then like wave your hand right away when you think of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know. I guess
utilize the city to advertise for this as well.
Yes, they should. And so I guess the other thing I'm thinking now that I'm looking at all of this is we have this 2-week time frame. I don't know that we necessarily have like, oh, go.
Sorry, when you just mentioned advertised, it came back to me. Remember, we have the Excel sheet from at least the past 4 or 5 years of delegates who have volunteered. Who have gone to Japan. So far I'm hearing all kinds of different ideas, and it does sound like, we have tasks being assigned to people, but if we need help, we have those Excel sheets, and while we don't officially have an alumni association, this would potentially be a good way to reach out to them if you have specific concrete tasks that you need help with.
Okay.
This would be a good way to get those people who have gone on to the program already, to get them kind of back into the loop.
Yeah.
And this is what the committee does. So that way, I know we have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12 people here. While that's a good chunk of people, we also have probably several hundred or, 150 people in that Excel sheet. Now, are they all going to be available? Probably not. But that is a group of resources that might be able to volunteer and help. As long as you give concrete tasks, like a Google form of some sort, which if that's something you're interested in, Cassie, we can make that Google form. That's not hard. Like if you're interested in volunteering, send that out. And then you have that mailing list of people and you give them concrete tasks if you're needing assistance.
Sure. And I do want to get those people involved, or like at least give them the opportunity to be involved. That's a really good way to recruit volunteers and maintain like a pool of volunteers that we can do for all sorts of stuff. So, and
if they volunteer, eventually those people could be potential future committee members.
Yeah. Yep. So what I guess I was going to say is we've set this as a 2-week time frame. I don't know that we necessarily need 2 weeks. I don't think we really have like content for every day the same way that I did last year, but we can definitely just have the little yard signs or have the little bell up for 2 weeks as part of the festival, and then we can kind of schedule things as we get them during that time period. So let's put it that way. We don't have to have every day filled up. Let's just use that window of 2 weeks to like do all of the things that we want to do. Okay. All right. Okay, so Janae and Hannah are working on the bell, and then I'll try to just be in touch with me about what specific content that you want to put on the like the schedule and whatever. We'll kind of develop that. That might not be ready to go for at least a month. One other idea that I had, and this might work well for NACA, is instead of doing a film festival, this is kind of for Dustin, have everyone put together a list of their like top 10 favorite movies, any category, doesn't matter, just like your comfort food on film. And then if everybody submits that, if we have like duplicates, if we have like committee favorite movies, we can have 5 or 6 of them. And we can have people find those movies, like watch them, and then we'll have a discussion board about why this is your favorite movie. And that would be a good thing to share. That might be a way for Japan to get involved, is we could have them do the same for their favorite Japanese movies. Pick 5 movies, any genre, I don't care, just what movies you like, tell us why you like them, and then we can find the copies wherever we want. So that way we're not trying to get rights to them. We're not publicly displaying them. It's just it's a list that we share for people to kind of go and find on their own. if we wanted to really take that up a notch, we could do like a Mystery Science Theater style commentary during the film. So if we wanted to have a reaction video for, like, if I haven't seen the Japanese movie, I'm watching it for the first time, could do a little live video where we're not showing the film, but I'm watching it and you're listening to my commentary, and you can watch it at home at the same time if you want. That's a lot of technical work, that the second one, but we could include some art. So we could do it with books. We could do that with film. That's a way to get some fiction, just fun, cultural stuff involved that's just generated by the committee and shared. And Japan can do that as well.
It sounds really similar to there's the Jet Alumni Association. There's our film festival club, and where they pick one movie and then they watch it offline, and then they come together and they talk about it, you know, for like say 30 minutes or so, and everybody gives their thoughts and feedback, and they kind of pick the movie apart. There's also Jet Alumni Association book club, where they pick one book in enough advance, and they actually talk about parts of the book sporadic or periodically. Like they have a set number of meetings and be like, okay, at this point this is where we'll probably be in the book. So it might be maybe narrow the scope a little bit, and maybe pick I'd say maybe pick one, something that's accessible. A lot of Studio Ghibli movies are on is it HBO?
It's probably Disney.
No, Studio Ghibli won't. No, there's a major platform that just announced they got the rights for Studio
HBO
Ghibli.
Max.
Oh, it's HBO Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's HBO Max. So that might be. I mean, I don't know if everybody has that, but I know a lot more people have it. Also, a lot of people have Netflix. So I would say maybe either pick a book or pick a movie, and that could be like something that's announced in advance, and like there's a group we could like stream, like maybe a Zoom session where we can listen to, or people can, you know, listen to feedback or commentary, or also collect that feedback or commentary as well.
Okay. So what you're saying is just narrow the scope and then choose a discussion format.
Yeah, I would probably do that. That seems like that would be a bit more feasible. Especially with turnaround time, like if you have if you try to collect too much, and then you also have to figure out, okay, which content do you choose, and then you got to see what's available, then you got to see how do you want to have that discussion. Whereas if you pick the movie, something that's pretty popular, or pick the book, a movie might be a little bit more easily digestible right now. Yeah. I mean, I'm open for either or, but so are you wanting to make that like a live commentary event, or kind of just high level, not quite sure?
It depends on what we get done. That can just be, that could be some kind of discussion board posted somewhere, or a Zoom chat. We could do both. We could watch the movie. You have the whole week, you know, or however long we post what the movie is, and then like we're gonna have if we had an online, like a forum where people can kind of come for, like, it's open for 24 hours where people can comment and like talk about it there. And then a Zoom would obviously be like an hour or a shorter session where people can kind of get together and I don't know, discuss, be nerds about the movie.
Okay.
There's lots of different formats, but I guess I was thinking of a way to include some art and culture that wasn't just super cumbersome, that could be kind of fun. So I can find you that can be some content.
Yeah, if you want to maybe message me on that one, that's something I'm comfortable maybe leading with.
Okay. Yep. We'll do that. Okay, so the other thing that we need to work on, I think, is so we've got Hannah and Janae working on the participation signal, and Tina mentioned working on you're going to send me some inventory for the online auction. You have some stuff, and Rose has some stuff. Janae has some stuff. So I will kind of be the center point for online sales. And go ahead. Yes.
Tina, I will help you figure out what all that stuff is. Just call me, and I'll tell you what I will. What it is.
Thanks.
I'll sit at my computer and tell you everything.
Okay. Tina, you still live in Blue Springs? You can't be on the committee. I'm so sad.
No, I live in Blue Springs, but my address is Independence. My utilities is Independence. So I just go to the school district, and my kids can go to the Blue Springs School District, but I'm considered Independence.
In that case, we have a vacancy.
We live in a very strange place, the two of us.
Okay, so we do have a vacancy because Roger left. We have one vacancy on the committee. So if you want to take that on, if you want to think about that and get back to me.
Okay.
Wait. I don't think that Tina can be the
not if I
chaperone.
can do the chaperone.
Yeah, you can't be the chaperone and serve on the committee.
So I'll wait.
I think that's what the bylaws say.
It
but
does.
We could take Robert. We could take Robert.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let him know. He just went to bed.
And so. I don't know what your workload is. I'm just thinking you're doing a lot. So I was like, well, we might as well give you official status and recognition since you're doing a lot of work. Like you've been participating.
Yeah, I still, if we do the chaperone, I do want to do that. So yeah, okay. we can.
All right, so we'll hold off on that, and then I guess I'll just throw that out there. We do have one vacancy, and Daniela, your stuff is still like processing, but
it's mind-boggling that the city can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Up to this point, like since I sent them the first thing, they like changed their letterhead like 3 times, you know. So I'm like just filling this stuff and mailing, but it is like I really look like at my records, and every time I mailed or emailed, it is just something like really significant happened, like or it was like holiday, or like it was right before the COVID like lockdown was. I think that was the last time I mailed them.
Yeah,
and I think
they didn't know the position was open. I learned that they were not aware that we had 2 people that left, and that's just a miscommunication like all around. So they may have not approved it because they didn't think there was a vacancy. That's another possibility. That might be also. Yeah. Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not counting you as a vacancy. We have Roger. It's basically the seat that Roger vacated. So if anybody knows like someone that wants to be on the committee, we do have an opening. I don't think we have, it's not terribly urgent that we fill it to my mind, but if you know anybody that's like needs a project, that's happening. Okay. I think I've covered everything that I need to or want to for that. I'll continue to develop this, and then we will have, I think at the next meeting, I will stay in touch with you guys. I'll be like communicating with everybody, you know, during the month, and we'll have some like concrete updates and strategy by next meeting. Does anybody have anything else that we want to cover before we're done?
I didn't know if we had any update on the students' refunds.
So, Brenda, have you mailed refunds to everyone that needs them?
Sorry, I had to unmute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I have not mailed any checks. I am waiting for the addresses for the people that are to get a refund.
Okay.
And then Janae and I were talking about 2 boys' checks have not been cashed yet.
Hannah, those are those 2 guys that you're friends with. The 2 brothers. Do you know what? I guess it's hard for me to reach them through it's not Slack, it's called something else. But I didn't know if you were in contact with them.
It's the Bird brothers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you need me to do?
They haven't cashed the checks they received the first time from their refunds. Did it go to the wrong address? The address I had was the one that I got from Brenda. It was on the spreadsheet.
I don't know. I wouldn't know that, but I can ask them.
Okay, I'll try to reach out to them again. No problem. I just thought y'all, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Miss Tina, can you please send me the addresses of the people that need a refund?
Okay. So you want me to, do you still, that spreadsheet, Janae, had the addresses that we utilized? Those were the correct addresses. that we got from the application, right, Janae? It's on that spreadsheet. You have access to the spreadsheet?
Yeah, that's right. And I can also say to you that the Birds, the brothers, their father, so what happened is both parents got divorced. I'm sorry, yes. Mom got divorced and remarried, and dad got divorced and moved. That is why we're having trouble with finding where the kids are. But I think I have the biological dad's email. So I'll put that on my list to do, that I'm going to send him an email and ask him about that refund. So I can help facilitate that. And as far as the other ones go, I have no updates on any of that beyond what was on that spreadsheet.
So wait, Brenda, you said you had not issued any refunds, but then you said you sent checks to the boys that haven't been cashed.
That was the first time we did the refunds. So okay. Brenda, I would, if possible, probably cancel those 2 checks. Or probably incur a fee with that though. But those checks are probably lost around this time because we did that months ago. So it'd probably be best.
That was like in March when the COVID hit.
Right. So it'd probably be best to cancel them because I'm sure with the young kids, if they hadn't received them, they don't have them because I don't see why they wouldn't cash that. And then once we validate the address, we could just reissue all the checks again. Because all the others received their refunds the first round in March, except for the Birds, and those have been cashed.
Okay, so the only refunds that we have not given are to the Bird brothers.
No,
that's not true because we didn't receive ours.
Yeah. So now this second round of refunds is just for those deposits to those students who said they wanted to retain. But since we're not going this year, we were going to go ahead and give them their money back.
Okay.
I think it's 4 people, but I could be wrong. I will double check on that and send out an email with who gets a refund and how much and what address I have to
if you can run that by me and see that, and I'll reach out and try to validate those others. I don't, because the addresses hadn't changed for the others either, but I'll send an email.
Okay, I have to be in the office tomorrow, so I will try to get to it over the weekend, and by Monday.
Okay, I'll follow up with you if I haven't heard from you by Monday. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all the business we have. Yeah, Jean, go ahead.
On your agenda, you have a treasurer's report. Are we not having?
Oh, Brenda, do you have?
Yes, I have a treasurer's report.
Okay.
I was waiting for.
Okay, I'm sorry. We haven't had one for 3 months. I'm sorry. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay.
So what? It should just be the account balances, correct? We haven't finished. Okay. What have we got?
There is not been any transactions since the refunds that were issued in March.
Okay.
So the treasurer's report stands as, in our Community America checking account, we have available $3,043.46. We have in our Savings Community America account $12,034.12. In our Heartland account, we have $12,546.69. And with that, I would like to, I'm sorry, I'm lost for words here. I would like to recognize a donation that I was unaware of back in October of $1,000 to that account. So we appreciate those people. I also am receiving still a bank statement from the Commerce Bank, and we have $1 in there I would like to report.
Okay.
Any questions or comments about the treasurer's report?
Can you
give the numbers again?
No. I wrote those down, I think, but the Commerce account, so we still have the Commerce account, it's not closed?
Okay, the way that it stands was the city, which is, if you think about like a parent corporation, the city is our parent corporation. They set up all of the accounts in Commerce for all of the committees. And we're just like a child of this parent one. So when we went to go close it, Commerce would not close it without consent from the parent corporation per se. So we left $1 in there and we told the city, we are not using that account anymore. You can close it or use it for whatever else purposes. The city has never done anything with it.
Okay. So we will need to, I'll follow up with you about the Commerce account. That's fine. I understand that, but we may need to.
Maybe we could talk to Mike.
Basically, we just need to make sure that those get forwarded to the person that needs to be actually having them. Does that make sense? Like, we don't really need that $1 account statement every month. I'll talk with you about that. I don't think that needs to be full committee. We'll deal with that. Okay.
I just wanted it to be in the report because I don't want people to forget about it.
Right. Nope. Thank you. That's perfect because I didn't know that was still in existence. So, okay. Any questions about the treasurer's report? All right.
We need a motion to accept it.
Yeah, I move that we accept the treasurer's report as read.
Do I have a second? Tracy, oh, sorry, I wasn't looking, Tracy. Okay.
Sorry, I'm on mute. I second.
It's all right. All in favor? Do we have, yeah, just raise your hand if you're in favor of accepting the treasurer's report. All right, all in favor. Actually, we lost Dustin. All right. All right, then we need a motion to adjourn.
I motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much for coming. And good night.
Thank you, Maju.
Yes, thank you so much, Maju. Where is she? She's gone.
She's gone, but thank you, Maju.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
All right, bye.
Send her a message.
Good